audience. LoveLine may contain sexually oriented content. Listener discretion is advised. 3, 1, go! Adam Carolla and Dr. Drew. LoveLine, coast to coast.
Welcome to LoveLine. I'm Dr. Drew. The phone number here, 1-800-LOVE-191. The guest we've been planning to have tonight was 30 Seconds to Mars, but they did not join us tonight. Was Jared one of the lead singers? We don't really know what his position was in the band, but he became concerned that LoveLine might be a little bit much and that we might be sort of focusing on his love life, and he was preferring to talk about music, and that really isn't sort of the body of LoveLine, the theme of LoveLine. We tend to get into people's lives. We try to be honest about that, and if that was going to be uncomfortable, we better cancel out, and that's what they did. So sorry about that if you guys were looking forward to seeing them. No hard feelings, but they're not with us tonight. But we have your calls, and we will get to them right now. This is Steve from Chicago. Steve?
Yeah.
What's going on?
Hey, how's it going? Is this Dr. Drew?
Yeah.
Hey. Good to talk to you guys. I got a question. I used to weigh 290 pounds. I was a pretty big guy. I was 6'2", and
still at 6'2", 290's carrying a little extra weight, right?
Yeah. And then I weighed, now I weigh about 220.
All right.
And at the lowest, I was around like 205 or something like that. But that was around like 8% body fat, and I was working out real hard and stuff. My question is,
how did you lose all that weight?
It was pretty gradual in a lot of ways. I did a lot of readings and research to, know how to change my nutrition, change my body and lifestyles and everything like that.
What'd you do, basically?
I concentrated on eating the right foods more frequently, like 5 meals a day and stuff like that.
All right.
And included cardio and everything and lifting.
Okay. And so?
Anyway, my question is, though, that, I wanted to know if there's anything you can do about the loose skin that you get from, it's something that I'm really self-conscious about.
Yeah, there's actually surgeons that deal with that. A plastic surgeon will be able to help you with that. They'll take off big sort of swaths of skin. And if you have a pannus down or like this part of your stomach that sort of folds over, sometimes they'll take that off. There's a lot of stuff they can do that way, and not an uncommon thing either.
How about like around the chest area and stuff
I'm sure, I'm not being a surgeon, plastic surgeon myself. I'm sure, I don't know specifically what procedure they would do, but I know there's a lot of different things they can do. Sometimes they really do breast reductions on people that have lost a lot of weight, just like they would in a woman whose breasts are too big. Tracy, 22.
Hello?
Hi, Tracy.
Hi. Okay, I guess I have a question about a fetish that I've had since I was probably 13, about spanking and domination and discipline. Mm-hmm. And I haven't been able to really get it out of my head.
Do you actually do it with your partners?
No, I haven't ever lived it out yet. And now I've gotten to a point where I finally want to.
All right. Why have you held back? Have you had a stable relationship? Or?
Yeah, I've had a long-term relationship.
And did it come up there, or was it too weird?
But he wasn't into it.
He just shut you down?
Basically. So now it's kind of like a must because...
It's a must?
A must for a relationship because I think about it a lot, you know?
All right.
But I guess my question is, sometimes I hear you talking about, Dr. Drew, talk about S&M and how it stems from an abuse situation or trauma or something.
Yeah, it's very common.
I never had that.
No one ever hit you?
No.
Did any other kind of trauma growing up? Anybody leave or die, or did you ever, see anything awful happen, or?
Not that I know of.
Nothing like that. And everyone's still together?
Yeah, my parents are, and I'm really close to my family.
What are your fantasies like? What do they involve?
I'm never the dominant one. I'm always a submissive one. Mm-hmm. Just basically, I don't know. I like the idea of play rape. I like the idea of somebody spanking me. And
you've never been spanked in your life?
Just like a little bit. No, not from my parents, but like from relationships. Like with my last long-term relationship, we tried it, but he couldn't get into it, and then it turned me off because he wasn't into it. But, I've masturbated and fantasized about this since I can remember. So. Well,
it really, when I'm talking about it being the result of trauma, it's when it's a true fetish, meaning somebody has to have it to function sexually, and they need it to be in a comfortable sort of physical relationship because it's too overwhelming, the intimacy, without adding in this element. And this may be not that. Maybe this is just something you've been preoccupied about, wanted to explore. Maybe it won't be as good as you think it is when you get there.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, that's true.
So, all right. So, what are we gonna do? You're gonna try it out, right?
Yeah, I think I'm gonna try it.
All right. Well, let us know what happens, will you?
Okay.
All right. Good luck. All right. Let's see. This now is John, 13. John, what's going on?
I'm on.
You're on.
Drew?
Yeah.
Hey, I'm glad to talk to you. I listened to your show for about a year now.
Well, thanks, John. What's going on?
Okay, whenever I masturbate,
Yeah.
like, I can have an orgasm, but nothing comes out.
You have an orgasm.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
You sure that's what's happening?
Well, I think so. I'm good, I guess.
You guess.
Yeah, I'm probably.
It's kind of hard when you're a guy to have an orgasm and not have something come out. There's something called retrograde ejaculation where it can kind of go back up into the bladder. Are you on any medication?
No.
No Ritalin or anything like that? Or?
No.
And nothing's ever come out?
Well, like a drop of, like, this clear, cloudy liquid.
All right. Well, that's that stuff.
Okay.
Maybe you're just not producing that much of it yet. Do you otherwise have normal body hair and growth and development, that kind of thing?
Not quite yet, no.
All right. So maybe you're just ahead of yourself a little bit.
I guess.
How did you start jerking off without the sort of...
I don't know.
Did one of your buddies sort of instruct you or dare you? Or
Like last year, I don't know. I just happened.
just thought it was a good thing. All right. Well, eventually it'll get messy, all right?
Okay.
All right. Good times.
Hey, can you keep me on hold so I can listen? Like, because I'm, like, on a day's delay or something like that.
No.
All right. Just for a little bit. The screeners are giving me the thumbs up. Terry, you like him? You want to talk to him? Oh, I see. She's eating, so she's not going to be screening any of their calls. So that's great. Good times. Rebecca, 21.
Yes.
Hey.
Hi.
What's going on?
Not much. I was listening to the program, and something was kind of said that kind of made me actually upset with what you guys said.
What's that?
That whenever a girl gets, oral sex with a condom, I don't know who said is, someone said it's a prostitute.
That's what Adam said. Yeah, he said that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I have a.
I'm suggesting quite to the contrary.
Why don't we keep her till he's here and then?
Yeah, we'll keep you on hold till Adam gets on here. But the Trojan is coming out with a brand of condom that tastes good apparently, and this is something people got to get used to doing because you can get STDs from oral sex just like any other kind of sex.
Mm-hmm.
Is that your point or what?
Well, I mean, I agree. You can transfer stuff.
What's your point?
What I was wondering though is there any way to give oral sex? Because the pre-cum and cum actually gets me to vomit and throw up because it's bitter, tasting to me very disgusting.
Nice.
And it's more pleasurable for him, if I don't use a condom, but I prefer to use it because of how it is. Is there anything that can be done about that?
By getting you used to the taste of semen.
Really?
Well, hold on. I'm going to keep you on till Adam gets in here, all right? Because I don't know of any way, really. So let me talk to Melissa, 15. Melissa?
Yes.
Hey, what's going on?
Okay, I'm 15, and for a while now, I've been being, like, a prostitute to help my mom out because my stepdad's in prison for 26 years. He's served a year, but he still has 26 to go. And my younger sister, she's the type that she needs everything when she wants and what she gets, and my mom's always giving. Well, I ended up running my mom's phone bill up to over $500 on collect calls from this guy I was going out with. He was in jail. Well, I went to my friend's house one night, and her boyfriend's
fascinating that you chose somebody in jail, too, just like Dad.
Right.
Of course.
And he told me, oh, well, I know a way that you can get, like, money and whatnot, because for a while I was really big into sex. And
your boyfriend that was in jail was the one directing you to go into prostitution?
Well, he's told me to talk to my best friend's boyfriend, and I talked to him, so it kind of in a way was his idea.
Oh, my God.
And
how old is this guy?
My boyfriend?
Yes.
Well, he's my ex now, but he just turned 20.
Oh, my God.
And
how old were you when you were first sexually abused?
Second grade.
Very nice.
I
Fantastic.
was sexually
Melissa,
abused
look.
from second to...
Look, Melissa, becoming a prostitute has nothing to do with helping your mom out. It has everything to do with being with a colossal asshole that is just a recreation of the desperate relationship you have with your dad and the sexual abuse you suffered for many, many years that leaves you craving the same trauma over and over and over again.
Well, I was wondering if there's, like, any way you could help me because...
think about how many people have siblings, brothers and sisters are a pain in the ass and demand things from their parents all the time. You don't run out and become a prostitute to help mom out, make sure she can, buy those Barbie dolls for Sister Sue.
Well,
help you out with what?
I'm sorry, what?
You want us to help you out with what?
Okay, is there, because I can't exactly get out of it.
Why not?
Because, the people,
because for a while I was wrapped up in drugs along with this, and the people that are helping me, well, that are doing this, they're saying that if I don't continue to do this, then they're going to harm my family. They're going to kill my sister.
Fantastic.
My sister's my whole world. That's
Why don't you go right to the police?
because if I go towards the police and let the police know anything, then they're going to harm me and my sister. Like I'm heavily involved in social services because of the sexual abuse that I've had.
Did you tell your social worker?
I have, and then I ended up for almost a month and a half. They kept me with them, and they wouldn't let me go.
Who?
The people that were using me as a prostitute. So basically, like with my mom filed, I got considered as a kidnap victim, and I got back, and I couldn't tell the police nothing because they told me that if I were to say anything again, because it gave them leads to where I was going and whatnot. I didn't tell them.
Yeah, well, why didn't they do something the first time you talked to the social services? If they're
they didn't do nothing to the people that were doing this. The police or nobody did nothing.
Melissa, are you taking speed right now?
Am I?
Are you on strung out?
Kinda.
Yeah, it sounds like it.
And
Look, you're not thinking right. You're not thinking right, and you're also not likely to follow much direction right now. You need to be in some sort of structured environment, like some sort of maybe a residential treatment center, someplace where you can just be all the time. Forget about helping these, turning these guys in and what they're going to do to your parents. This is how people who are used to dealing with victims manipulate them. This is how they sort of brainwash you. But look, forget about all that. Talk to the social worker about getting in some sort of residential treatment center. You need to live somewhere where you can sort of get out. Just first things first. Deal with your amphetamine
Hey,
addiction.
Drewski.
Hey, Adam, how are you? Let me just finish one quick thing here. First, your amphetamine addiction, and God knows what else. You said you used to be on drugs, so clearly there were other drugs too. Get treatment, get detoxed, start getting in recovery, stay in a structured environment where you're not going to go out and start hooking again, and then see what happens to your thinking after a few months. Wow, Adam, we got some amazing calls tonight.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, cat's away.
Here, yeah, I know. Listen to this. This guy's name is Jack. He's 27. He wants to talk to you. He's been cheating on his wife with strippers. Here you go. Ready?
Mm-hmm.
And action. Jack. Jack?
Yeah,
What happened to the action, Drew?
Here he is. It's LoveLine.
Is this Adam?
Yeah.
Hey, Adam. First thing I want to say to you guys is my name is Jack, and I've been listening since Poor Man days.
Wow.
So that's a long time.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. 10 years at least.
Yeah, at least that long.
So what's up?
How was Jimmy?
Oh, yeah, it was a good show tonight. Yeah, Jimmy's good.
Fantastic. I got two questions for you. Can I, if I roll the first one, can you guys go the second one?
Sure. Go.
Fantastic.
Just do it!
I'm at a strip club right now.
Yeah, which one?
I don't want to say.
Yeah.
But I'm in L.A., and I'm by the airport.
Imagine that.
Imagine. Strip clubs by the airport.
Shocked.
Do tell.
So, Adam, which one am I at?
Deja Vu?
No.
The one that just says nudes?
Well, you're right there with that. No.
When I was a medical student, we had a resident that took us to a place called the Jet Strip.
No.
Ooh.
Could be that.
Could be that one.
All right, can we get rid of Jack?
Yeah, I think so.
Jack didn't have anything. It was he wanted to play 20 questions. What strip club am I at?
Yeah. Rebecca, hi. Now I've got Adam back.
Okay.
Rebecca's deal is she was angry with us for saying that only prostitutes use condoms with oral sex, all right?
Well, that was me.
I know, so I wanted to wait till you got back to address this thing.
Right.
And so obviously that means she uses condoms with oral sex, right? I mean,
Yes, I do.
And thus, she must be a prostitute.
Thus she
All right, next call.
Her thing is she vomits whenever the semen comes anywhere near her.
Yeah, it's disgusting. It's gross.
That's why she wears the condom.
It's very salty and very disgusting.
I understand it's not pleasurable, but let me ask you this.
Okay.
If your partner was bitten by a cobra and you had to suck the venom out to save his life, would you not do it because it was a little bit yucky?
I would do that, but
That's right.
Adam, would you? Adam.
Sure you would.
If you were camping with your buddy and you had to suck some blood out of his arm, would you rather do that or get some semen in your mouth from him?
I'm just saying, what if your partner was bit by a cobra every night? You would have to suck that venom out every night, yes?
Something's wrong with you every night.
Well, but that's what she... No.
Yeah, I know
Rebecca,
what you're saying, but I mean, still.
All right, so she wants to know what she can do to make things more tasty for her.
Well, if it goes in your mouth, is that too much?
It's just the taste of it. It just makes me gag. It's repulsive, just the taste of it.
Right. So you would vomit?
Well, I don't, but it gives me that vomiting contraction, that thing, it's going to make you feel like you're about to vomit.
Yeah, you get the dry heaves. And who does your boyfriend enjoy receiving oral sex?
He does enjoy it, yes, and I would love to give it to him more than I actually do, but I can't because of that. And so,
well, why don't you give it to him for a while and then let him have some intercourse and finish that way?
Okay, but still back to the point, though, how on earth with the semen, though?
So forget that, Adam. Forget that one. That was just shelved.
What do you mean?
How can I give it to him without having the condom and allowing him to come, but to where it doesn't taste
What we're saying is you don't have to do that.
Yeah. Okay.
He'll be fine. What is that?
I don't know. Drew, get rid of her.
All right, here we go.
Hey, let's find someone who can form a sentence.
All right, here we go. No. All right, here we go. This is Chris, 42. Chris.
Hi.
What's up?
I was wondering, is it a good idea for my wife to get breast implants? She's 40 years old and we got 3 kids.
What do you think, Adam?
Well, what do uh-oh. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Something went a little haywire here. I guess the question is what kind of shape are her breasts in now?
She's got like large A cups, and she wants to get them. And I don't have a problem getting them, but we got a 13-year-old daughter, and what kind of message is this going to send to her if she's not well endowed?
No, Chris, I completely agree with you. That is the problem I have. It's a horrible message to kids, and
not just with boobs. I mean, when your daughter wants to get a tongue piercing or a nipple piercing or a tat, mom's not going to be able to say anything because she's got those big fake cans.
Exactly. No.
What if you did them and you didn't tell your daughter? She just wore a poncho around the house.
My wife is saying, "Well, I won't let her know it," and I'm thinking, you're going from a small A to a huge C.
Yeah.
I mean, isn't she going to know?
Yes, she's going to know. Kids are smart, please. And I unless there's something disfigured, there's something called what's it called? Post-pregnancy. I'm forgetting the name of this thing.
It hurts my teeth when I hear it, though.
Yeah, when the breast just involutional disorder, when they involute and they just really get to be a problem, then it kind of has a medical issue, and it sort of makes sense then. But I don't know. A lot of women think about this, but the ones that actually go through with it, I don't know. It certainly gives a bad message for the daughter, and I would talk her out if you can.
Drew, what's up? You all right, buddy?
Yeah. I got out of jury duty today. Got out.
How'd you do that?
I went all the way. I was in the box. I was selected, and at the last, I know what somebody feels like when the guns are sort of lowered at them and they're about to be shot in front of a firing squad, and then you get pardoned at the last minute.
Drew, last night you were likening it to the Holocaust.
I'm telling you, Adam, you're at the whim of other people, 100%.
And how long would you have to have been there if they selected you?
Well, let's see. It's taking 3 days to select the jury. That was supposed to take an hour. And they said it might be 6 days, so just do the math.
What was the case?
I can't talk about it.
Yeah, but you can't say if it was a murder case?
No, it was not. It was sort of an assault case kind of thing.
Nothing? Did you kind of hear and have your mind made up already?
Well, that's what I was saying is that, I deal with people with drugs and alcohol problems so much, I'm going to make my mind up immediately. It's going to, of course my training is going to color the way I think about this case.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, my God. It was, Adam.
All right, so you got out of there,
yeah,
right?
I was euphoric. For hours, euphoric.
Wouldn't you think now who does the selection? It's the public defender and the prosecuting attorney?
Yeah, or the defense attorney, and then the judge a little bit too.
Really?
Yeah.
Did they know you?
I don't know. They don't let on. It's all very formal.
Oh. Were you in there with people who knew you?
Yeah.
Because they probably want you to stay, right?
Yeah.
It'd be kind of cool. Tell their buddies back at the post office they got to hang with Dr. Drew.
They got to hang anywhere for a while.
Having you checking them for hernia and thumping them all day long.
Were you there?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I got that same summons, Drew. I just ignored it like a man.
Like a genius.
That's right.
Oh, my God. All right, here's Michelle, 16.
Hey, Dr. Drew, and hey, Adam.
Michelle.
Hey.
Hey, Adam, I just saw the Jimmy Kimmel show, and I want to say you and Jimmy's outfits, they looked really nice.
What were
they?
they?
You looked better, though. You looked better in it.
Thanks.
What was it?
Did you enjoy the show?
Yes, I did, actually. You looked really good, too.
What was it? What was the outfit?
Well, we ended up just by mistake essentially wearing the same suit.
Oh, my God.
Which I mentioned is cool with guys.
Yeah.
Women don't like that. I mean, they go out, they're wearing the same sweater, a cat fight breaks out. Guys go out wearing the same sweater. It's like, hey, all right, buddy. We got to find another dude with one of these sweaters. We'll make it posse, man. We'll make a team. That's why guys like teams. They all wear the same uniform.
Good point. Hey, Michelle, we got to take a break. What was your question?
Well, my question is having to do with my father, relationships with me now. I never had a really good relationship with my father, and I basically want to know about is it affecting me now? Because in my relationships now, I'm dating guys who are older.
Just like Dad, right?
Yeah.
Right.
My dad is actually he's a young father, but when I was younger, he was there for me, and he did everything with me. But then I think after I started getting about 10 years old, he kind of wandered away.
Well, it's probably just too much temptation for him when you start sprouting the boobs and everything.
Oh.
Actually, it was
here.
like he's an alcoholic. He smokes pot and stuff.
Nice.
But I mean, he's a good person. I mean,
Sounds like a saint.
I'm sorry.
He sounds like a saint.
He's not a saint. I think of him more as a brother to me. But I mean, now in my relationships, I think guys are older for that father figure.
All right, hold on, Michelle. We're going to get to this after the break. But Adam, anything else you want to add before we go to break?
Where's the band?
Oh, they didn't come tonight.
Oh, good.
Jared was too concerned that we might be obsessing about his relationships rather than the music.
What are his... I didn't know who the guy was.
Well, he was up here about 10 years ago. What's his name again?
Jared Leto.
Jared Leto.
What is his...
He's going out with Cameron Diaz. And,
is he in movies?
Yeah, he was like in... what was that movie from?
Why don't we just sit around and talk about his career and his relationships?
But hold on. Well, he's not here to defend himself. What was the show?
He was in Requiem for a Dream, which was the best film of 2000.
Yeah, but the show, we had him on for the TV show some 10 years ago or so.
Oh,
he was
who
on
the
with
hell knows?
American Psycho. He's killed in American Psycho and My So-Called Life.
My So-Called Life. My So-Called Life. He was on My So-Called Life.
All right, well, hey, good times. Good times. We would have talked about his relationships, except for we don't know anything about anyone's relationships.
Not only that, we could have not talked about it explicitly. Now we're talking about it.
All right, and I didn't know that we'd met him before.
I don't believe you were here when he was last up.
All right, well, hey, good times. We won't play the CD.
Yeah.
You know me, Drew.
Yeah, you're fair.
Yeah, no guest is better than no guest.
Nothing's better than no guest.
That's right.
All right.
We'll take a little break. We'll be right back.
Hello? Is this LoveLine? Call 1-800-LOVE-191. Adam and Dr. Drew will be right back.
Every hour, 2 Americans under the age of 25 are infected with HIV. Protect yourself. Call toll-free 1-866-344-KNOW.
Hey, everybody, it's the LoveLine. I'm Adam Carolla. That is Dr. Drew. Phone number 1-800-LOVE-191.
Do you have a cold or something?
No.
A little bit?
No. Yeah, maybe it's just the acoustics in here or something like that. I'm over here at Jimmy Kimmel Live, and Drew's back there at Westwood 2, as we like to call it. And you ready to go with the calls here, Drew?
Yes, we're going back to Michelle, who is contemplating her... I'm echoing like crazy there. Her dating behavior and the fact that she goes after older guys may have something to do with the fact that her alcoholic, marijuana-addicted dad took off when she was 10. Right, Michelle?
Yes. He's still in my life, but him and my mother are getting divorced right now, and it's kind of like I think now my dad. I do want to add something too. My dad is he's a manic he's clinically depressed.
Well, he's alcoholic. All alcoholics are depressed, and
Yeah.
if he's not telling his doctor how much drugs he's doing, they're going to miss that.
Right. I don't know. I don't really talk to him that much. But the thing in my relationships are, like I said, I tend to go for guys that are a little bit older because
you have you have an abandoning dad, and you got to fix that. And that's just the way the human brain works. So look, if you want to stop doing that and going after guys that can keep abandoning you and keep mistreating you, you have to change your feelings about yourself and your feelings about your dad and your sense of being responsible for or not worth the love of your dad. And one of the cheap and easy ways to get at some of that is to get into a codependency recovery program like Al-Anon.
I'm in Alateen, actually.
All right. You have a sponsor?
Yes.
All right.
When do they throw you out of Alateen?
Yeah, you
Did
should
they throw you out on your 20th birthday?
Yeah, I think actually 18 is when you move on to Al-Anon.
Oh, really?
But that's good.
See, I would argue 19. It's got the word teen.
I know.
Right in it.
I know what you mean. Michelle, how about a therapist for you?
Actually, I do. I see a psychiatrist and a therapist.
All right.
I had.
That's why you understand all this. That's why you're open to it and you're looking at it. This is going to take care of itself with time.
Well, I mean, a lot of my problems I've already went through and stuff. I'm depressive myself. I'm clinically depressed myself. But I mean, I take medications and stuff. And the thing that gets me is that everything else that's went on in my life. This is the one thing that I can't move on from. And I'm trying to work out a relationship with my father.
You know what, Michelle? You will. You will. You're way ahead of 99.9% of 16-year-olds that have this kind of history.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, even forget it. Even you're ahead of most 16-year-olds that don't have this history. Just with your level of insight and willingness and your work and things, this will take care of itself.
Yeah, and as we've discussed before, if you've experienced a little adversity in your life and you've sought a little help and some advice from people that know better than you do, if you go down that path, you can actually be further along by the time you're 20 than someone who didn't have any adversity and didn't have to deal with anybody or talk to any shrinks or join any groups.
Randall, 20.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have a question. When me and my girlfriend make out, we usually rub our, I don't know what to call it on air, together.
What do you call? Yeah. Your genitalia.
My genitalia, and
Put that
usually,
on a loop,
I
please.
just do it. We just do it, and it doesn't go inside or anything. But tonight, it slipped, and it went inside just a little bit.
Oops.
And I was wondering what the chances are of getting pregnant.
Remote.
Why aren't you just having sex?
I don't know. It's against my religion. Look at where I'm from.
Utah. It's from Utah.
Yes.
Oh, are you?
I'm an upstanding Melchizedek priesthood holding LDS member.
But you just violated some very heavy principles this evening.
I did. I know.
What
I got to go.
principle is that? That's the rubbing of the erect dork against the wanting vagina?
Yes. That is actually in the Book of Mormon. It's the 11th commandment. Thou shalt not. My genitalia,
Did you go on a mission?
I know. I was going to, and then I decided I want to go to college and do something else with my life.
All right. Fair enough.
Right. Maybe this whole Mormon thing isn't your bag, Randall.
I don't know.
It doesn't sound like you're going to go into the church.
Hindu?
Yeah. I just thought I'd jump from one end of the spectrum to the other. I'd just, catch all the ones in between.
Why don't you just go pagan like Adam did?
Yeah, of course. Can I come to the church?
Or Raelian. You go Raelian.
Or Santorian like Drew.
See, it's nice. Well, look, if you were really worried about it, you could always take the morning after pill. But if you were not ejaculating, and it's really unlikely. Really, like crazy unlikely.
All right. I also have another question. I want to know about what your guys' view is on the war in Iraq.
Our guys' view, huh?
Yeah, you and Adam.
Well, I mean, there's that whole part that if we upset these people, they're liable to take it out on us. But I think their plan is to do as much damage to us, whether there's a war or not.
True.
So
that's what I understand, is that we have a problem. They're going to come after us. They've made it clear. And the longer we wait, the more destructive the way they come after it's going to be.
Plus,
we didn't ask for that. We don't want that.
But the feeling. I mean, I think there's a feeling. When we kicked the Taliban out of power, the people were happy.
Yeah.
And they got to fly kites and listen to CDs again.
Yeah.
And I kind of get the feeling, the little I know about Iraq, that when Saddam, he's not the biggest, most popular guy over there.
Right.
And if we get him out of there, then I think the people will probably be better off and happy we did it for them.
You would think. But this whole thing is, I don't understand other countries that make it seem as though we've created this, as though we're exacerbating it by defending ourselves. I can't get my head around that.
Yeah, and the whole part about we're doing this for oil. If we were just interested in oil, wouldn't we just make nice with the guy?
Or would we just take over Kuwait more? Or it's bizarre. Yeah, it's just a bizarre thinking to think of the oil.
All right.
But, he's a horrible guy. He's been there for 20 years, and I think it's time for him to say bye. And if you've ever seen any documentaries on the guy about what he's done to his own family, his own children, about gassing or using chemical weapons against his own people, I mean the list goes on and on. The guy's tyrannical. He needs to be removed, and we'd be doing the Iraqis a favor by getting rid of him.
Dustin, 18.
Hey, I had a question for you guys about me and my girlfriend. Whenever I finger her, She usually has me stop after a bit 'cause she starts to get shaky and says, it seems like she's going to get close to climax, but it doesn't really go any further than that.
And that she may crash the truck if he doesn't stop.
Yeah. She just, I don't know. Like, I
how
was
old is
wondering,
she?
is it possible that she can't, or that it's something that I'm doing wrong, or what?
I would bet there's a little something going wrong there with technique, A. B, it's not all that common for women to be able to orgasm that way. It's not like a guy.
Oh.
I know it's hard for you to imagine, Dustin, but yeah, it's unusual for a woman to be able to orgasm that way. Not impossible, but unusual.
Oh, with the fingering?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially at 18, 17, bordering on impossible.
Yeah, well, the finger banging technique that many of our young listeners employ is probably not going to work.
Probably
so
the
well,
worst thing you could do. Yeah.
But if you use the right technique.
Well, yeah, but probably the shaking that she's going through is out of pain, discomfort.
Well, I talked to her about it, and she said it wasn't painful. She says it keeps getting better, and like she's rising up to it, but it just gets to a point where it doesn't,
Yeah, it's not gonna go. It's not gonna happen that way.
Well, wait a second. Let's give the guy some advice. How old is she?
She's 16. I'm 18.
All right. So see, sometimes women they get right on that cusp
not
of an orgasm. They
not when a guy's got a hand down on a pair of jeans. You know what I mean?
Are the jeans wrapped around your hand and you're stuffing those in her, or I'm confused?
No, she has her pants off.
Off.
Pants are off. Okay. And is this as far as she wants to go right now?
I've given her oral before, and that's about as far as we've gone.
How did that work? Was she able to orgasm that?
She wasn't completely comfortable with that, so we kind of backed off from that. For a
Dustin,
while.
most 16-year-olds cannot orgasm. Females. Do you understand that at all? And no matter what you do.
That was part of my question, but then it also seems like Adam was saying that it could, it seems like there's something that needs just like an extra push, and I wasn't sure,
Yeah, oh boy, Dustin's like a man on a mission.
The problem with that extra push is the push doesn't do it.
Makes it worse.
Yeah, it's like you see them, they're teetering, they're above the valley of orgasm, they're looking down on all the happy orgasm villagers, and if you could just give them a little shove, they'd roll down the hill and join their orgasm mates. But that little shove never works. and you end up compensating, and you go faster and harder, and then it starts spinning out of control. It's like a pot on a potter's wheel, Drew.
Unlike a guy.
Yeah, you start pushing too hard one way, and it starts getting more wobbly, so you push harder the other way, and the next thing you know, it's in your lap.
Yeah.
And Grandma doesn't get an ashtray.
Oh, damn.
Yeah. I don't know, so just take it slow.
Have you ever spent any time in a Victoria's Secret? You ever walked around in there?
Yeah, I think I have been in one once, yeah.
I mean, go take that in, and then you get a sense of how different women are and what they're responding to. Just go examine what goes on.
When were you in a Victoria's Secret?
I don't want to talk about it because it was a Valentine's Day thing, but it was almost comical to me, what the way they name things, the way they think about stuff there. It's like, this is really a different biological central nervous system function in terms of how they experience themselves sexually and with relationships. It's different.
How much money did you drop, Drew?
Plenty.
Really?
Yeah.
You got a nice little ensemble for yourself?
Yeah, I like to mince around in a fistful of chiffon, as you would say.
Going to a flirty handful of chiffon. You going to surprise the little lady?
Yeah.
You come into the bedroom wearing a trench coat.
Yeah.
Drop it, and that's just you with the nippleless teddy and the crotchless panties.
That's it.
Oh, that's so good.
It's cute.
Okay, should we take a little break?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right, it's LoveLine, and we'll be right back.
LoveLine will be right back, so get your problems ready.
Hey, what's up? This is Mark.
This is Rodney. This is Craig.
We're from
Sugar Ray.
And you're listening to LoveLine with Adam Carolla and Dr. Drew. That's it. Deliver the good, the dirty good.
Hey, everybody, it's LoveLine. I'm Adam. That's Dr. Drew. Phone number 1-800-LOVE-191. Mm-hmm. What's up there, Drew? Drew?
There we go. All right.
You good, brother?
And Westwood, too. Here we are.
That was my fault, sir.
All right, let's get on with Robert, who's 26. Robert.
How you doing?
What's up?
I've been dating my girlfriend for about 2.5 years, and she won't let me do oral on her. She'll let me finger her, but when I touch her clit, she gets pretty uptight about it.
Good news.
Does she not like it?
She says it's uncomfortable and painful.
Have you had sex with her?
Yeah, we've been dating 2.5 years.
Does she have orgasm during sex?
She has never orgasmed during sex, ever in her whole life.
Uh-oh.
I thought maybe she had like a STD, so we went to get checked out.
STD?
Yeah, I thought maybe the reason she wasn't wanting me to perform oral on her is
No.
because she has some kind of STD. So.
No, there's no such thing.
No such thing as STD?
An STD? You mean you thought that she was ashamed of something?
Yeah, that's my speculation on the whole.
Why would she let you have sex with her but not oral sex if it was an STD?
That's why I'm calling you guys.
All right. It's all the same. So, genital, oral, you transmit.
Well, maybe she was. Does she think that she produces some sort of smell down there?
I don't know.
But she doesn't orgasm at all, no matter what.
She's never had an orgasm during sex in her whole life.
Well, that's normal, though.
Are you? How often do you have sex?
Like 3 times a week.
And she
She's a
goes
good
along
sport.
with it, even though
sport.
she's not really that into it.
Like I said, she'll let me so-called finger bang her, but like when I touch her clit, she gets uptight and says it's her excuse is it's painful and uncomfortable.
Was she traumatized growing up in some way?
No, she had a pretty normal upbringing.
You sure?
Positive.
You've asked her these questions.
Yep.
Does she have other issues in other departments?
The only issue she's got is pretty much like she won't let me touch her clit in any way whatsoever, and I think she's.
Robert sees that as the central problem in her life.
I'm asking Robert, does she have trouble in non-sexual things? Just she depressed? Does she have an anger problem?
Is she on medication?
No, she's shy. I think she's like I don't know, like uptight, kind of shy, and but other than that, I mean,
What's she do for a living?
What do I do for a living?
She.
Okay.
She works at the mall.
And what do you do?
I work at a hotel.
How old is she?
24.
Well, she's having sex with you, even though it doesn't seem to be gratifying for her. But do you think she enjoys it anyway?
I don't know. That's what I'm saying. We've been dating 2.5 years, and I know for a fact she's never orgasmed with me.
I know, but for women, the
We
orgasm is
understand
not essential to being satisfied by sex.
I mean, if you sort of look at it this way, like I've been to a strip club 17,000 times, and I've never had an orgasm in a strip club. It's still one of the things. Still one of the brass rings I'm going for. It's the carrot on the proverbial stick. But I still enjoy going to strip clubs. I would still have a good time. I've not cursed them or ruled them out of my life. So I guess what I'm saying is women can have sex with a guy and not have an orgasm, be in love with the guy, and still enjoy it.
Yep.
Robert is having difficulty
accepting that.
Yeah, it's not sitting well with him.
Yeah,
but
for guys, the women they're like become like a project. They gotta work that orgasm out of them.
Yeah, I'm gonna throw a rebuilt clit on her. No, but I mean, she's having sex with a guy 3 times a week, so she can't hate it.
Right, exactly.
He doesn't like her attitude. We think there might be something more there that she's not telling him.
Yeah, the fact that she will not allow him to. If he could get her to be comfortable with oral sex, I think they'd figure this out.
Yeah.
So that's the goal there. It's his,
maybe a little booze.
Susie.
She has a couple glasses
your
of red
solution
wine.
to everything. Susie, 17.
That's what I like, Drew. Yeah. What about that booze? What about the Middle East? Booze. What about NAFTA? Booze. What about this? What about fossil fuels running out? You know, it's a booze.
Susie.
Yeah.
What's up?
Love your guys' show. It's great.
Thank you.
Excuse my voice. I got a little bit of a crud, but I have a question. Since I was little, I've had like these red like bumps, I guess, like around the area of where like my underwear line would be, around like my vagina.
Well, no, your underwear line. You mean down by where your legs meet your body?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
And my mom had, like, when I was little, I was like, Mom, what's going on? What is this? And she's like, oh, she, like, basically said it was like, oh, it's nothing. And I love my mom to death. We have, like, the best relationship. She just said, like, it was nothing. And so like, I guess it must have been like a year or 2 years ago, somewhere around then. I had a real bad one, and I mean, they come and they go.
They're like zits. They pop, right?
Yeah,
Pus.
exactly.
Yeah,
exactly.
those are carbuncles, basically. They're infected hair follicles.
Really? Well, because I went to the doctor, and she was like, well, they're cysts.
Yeah, they're yeah.
And
well, I mean,
they become cysts. Yes, very common. Cyst just means a fluid-filled sac, and that's just what a zit is basically the cyst. They're cystic acne.
Why do
so
they keep
so
coming
wait,
back?
so
How
it's
do
like
I-
where the quiet down now. The band of the underwear goes where the legs are, inside the legs, and
Yeah.
it rubs, and there's hair there,
Yep.
and it gets the follicle infected.
Yep, and you have certain bacteria live on your skin that get in there, and that's that. So there's you might want to see a dermatologist. There's antibiotics you can take regularly, and there's antibacterial scrubs and things. So a dermatologist would be the right person to talk about.
What about? Let me ask you this, and I don't think these exist for women, but guys have these midway underpants.
Yeah. Oh, you mean
I like these a lot.
The boxer briefs?
Yeah, they're boxer briefs. They're sort of like cycling shorts,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
they're cotton,
Oh, yeah.
and they keep everything in place. They're
No,
great.
yeah, no, I wear. That's all I wear.
It's great for working out.
Yep.
That's all I'd wear.
That's it.
I know, but they're like $14 a pop.
I know.
And I get my white trash part, like I buy 2 a year, but but it's only for special occasions I can wear those. And then I dump a bunch of talc down there, get 3-4 wearings out of them.
Well, that's the Calvin Klein ones are about $20. The Hanes makes some cheaper ones.
All right. Well, here's the point. Women wear a thong back because they don't want panty lines, right?
Yeah.
But if a woman was to wear the boxer brief type shorts,
yeah, there'd be no panty lines.
There'd be no panty lines, or if they were, it'd be confusing because they'd be halfway down the thigh. They seem more comfortable, and for God's sake, cleaning.
Yeah.
I mean, could you imagine what a thong back would look like on me, Drew?
Oh my God, the
You'd never
humanity!
get it out of there.
Oh.
It'd be like when someone puts a wad of chewing gum in your kid's hair. You'd have to cut those things. You'd have to use a rib spreader to get the cheeks apart.
You need a spool. You just like a wind it back out.
Yeah, here's how you'd have to get it out. You'd use a rib spreader, right, that they use in surgery.
Sure.
Spread the cheeks.
Yeah.
Then you'd hook a chain onto it, and then tie the other chain into the chain around an oak tree.
You need like a machete.
Or a
hack
truck
your way
bumper.
in. You have to hack your way in to hook things up.
Right, hook things up, and then use one of those 2,000-pound come-alongs. You just ratchet.
Yes. The winch, right?
Yeah, and you tell people stand back in case the chain snaps.
Yeah.
It's only rated to 6,000 pounds.
Yeah.
Well, okay, so what's wrong with the midways for the girls?
Yeah. Go spend 10 minutes at Victoria's Secrets. I want to go in there with you there. Just take it in.
I warn you, if I go in there, I beat off. That's my thing.
I don't doubt that.
I go in there. You know those buckets, those canvas sacks they put behind the horses who walk around Central Park, so they don't crap all over the place. I'm forced by law to put one of those on in the front when I go into Victoria's Secret.
My God.
It's a jizz bucket.
Nice.
Yeah, because I'm just going. I'm going the whole time. Here's the problem with Victoria's Secret too.
What?
The models on the pictures are bigger than life.
Yeah.
And they're 9 feet tall and they're hot as hell.
Yeah.
And all you can do is stare at those models and wish that whoever you were buying these panties for looked half as good as they do, and then you get angry. Do you know what I'm saying, Drew? I know your old lady's listening, so you don't want to agree with me, but you see all these beautiful young nubile models in there, and you're buying stuff, but really all you want to do is just poke a hole in the picture of the model and take that home. See if we can buy one of those.
I'll get one for you. I'll do it.
All right. All right. So midways.
We're taking a break.
And that's going to help her with her folliculitis?
Yeah, her carbuncles.
All right. And you can lance them. That's what I do.
I know you do.
Mm-hmm. All right. It's LoveLine, and we'll be right back.
All right, guys, here's the deal. Looking to hook up? Call the Dateline. Sick of wasting time with the wrong person? Call the Dateline. One call's all you need to make. Call the Dateline.
1-877-889-DATE.
You know what I'm saying out there?
Adam and Dr. Drew will be right back on LoveLine.
everybody. It's LoveLine. I'm Adam. That's Dr. Drew. Phone number 1-800-LOVE-191. Dr. Drew over at Westwood One. Me, I'm over at Jimmy Kimmel Live. Been guest hosting all week. Drew?
Yeah. Are you going to be up here for Heidi Flies tomorrow?
No.
Oh.
Well, I could run over there and be there.
Yeah.
15, 20
Maybe we should go down there and meet him. Huh? We setting that up yet? Anderson, give me the puss.
When doesn't Anderson give you the puss?
Usually he doesn't. Usually he's just kind of snoozing there,
Right, but when you wake him up, he gets angry,
Yeah,
right?
he gets a little, yeah.
You guys are such dicks. I just heard that it's like a concrete slab down there. No, we're not going down there.
Yeah, but I mean, just for one night. I mean, who cares? Concrete slab, by the way, is better than this.
It smells like spiced coffee now. It's nicer.
All right.
All right. This is Jason. He's 19.
Hey, Dr. Drew.
What's up?
Hey, I have a question. Okay, I'm pretty hairy basically everywhere you can look. And I guess you can say I kind of have a complex about it. But I guess my question would be is I've been trying to research ways to, I guess remove it or, help myself out with this problem. And I came across something called hair growth inhibitors.
Mm-hmm.
And I was wondering maybe just how effective those possibly are.
Like spironolactone, is that what you're thinking of? Things like that? Or the cream?
Oh, it's just like a spray, I guess it was. Just like, it says 15-minute intervals, and it's supposed to mimic the way basically baldness, I guess, happens on your head, but on your body, I guess.
Well, how does it work topically? I mean,
There is a cream. I'm blanking. I can't remember the name of it right now. That is used for the women that get that sort of fine hair growth on their cheeks. That kind of fuzziness.
Right.
That cream is out there, and there's a medicine called spironolactone that helps block hair growth. But the heavy duty hair growth that a guy gets, you're sort of stuck with that. There's really nothing much works other than getting laser for it. That's why they have the lasers and that kind of thing.
They said it's not even permanent though. It's just it'll grow back. But
It really there's a lot of this stuff does not work.
Well, was he talking about the laser, or was he talking about?
He's talking about his spray.
Yeah, but he I don't know about the laser. You got to go in for a few treatments.
Yeah, many
treatments. It's not a magic wand.
Right.
Believe you me.
All right.
Yeah, listen. Look, we have all these chicks. They have us talked into this.
That you need to get your hair taken off?
Yeah. When did this become okay? Chicks all of a sudden decided they didn't like guys with any hair. We look like those cats that were bred for allergic people. So now we all got to run in and spread our cheeks at the pinky cheek place
I think they
have
just
our ass waxed.
I think they just figured it was just time to turn the tables a little bit. We have them putting silicone bags under their chest and pulling hair out everywhere and wearing war paint.
Yeah, but Drew.
Yeah.
Would you want to be with a woman who despised hair? I mean, you'd be fine because you look like a burn victim. But I mean, instead of getting rid of the hair, why don't you just find someone who's okay with it?
Right. Which is pretty much what you got to do in life, right? You got to find somebody who just it's okay with you.
Well, the thing is I guess I'm attracted to Asian women, so it's basically most of them are the ones at school usually oh well yeah I don't really like it, and most of them growing up they're oh I don't like that guy, he's so hairy. I'm oh gosh, I guess over time it just developed oh okay I'm unattractive or something, and then now it's just I just look at myself, I'm oh god,
Why don't you get laser treatments? Why don't you get laser treatments?
Is that pretty effective?
Yeah, it's very effective. That's probably what you ought to do. I mean, wouldn't you do that, Adam, if you're really serious about getting the hair off your ass?
Yeah, if I was dead set on it. I mean, so far my technique is just to sit on a concrete slab and inch forward, dragging my ass along the coarse concrete.
Like a
dog after
yes,
when he drags his ass.
Yes, nice on the carpet.
No. Listen, you find a woman who loves you for who you are.
Yeah, that's right.
Please,
Scott,
all these
24.
guys.
Scott.
Hello?
Hey, what's up, Scott?
Yeah, I kind of have a depression problem. When I had sex a year ago with my old girlfriend, and as soon as I was done, I just had constant thoughts of suicide.
Nice.
She must have been bad.
Ooh.
Yeah, and it was the same thing when I'd masturbate, but it wasn't quite as bad.
Why aren't you getting your depression treated?
Well, I was on Zoloft for a while, and I've been on medications for a long time. When I was young, I I took medication for migraine headaches, and I mean, right now I'm on Seroquel to help me sleep, and they want to get me on like a mood stabilizer, but.
All right.
What does this have to do with sex, though?
What do you want? Yeah. Well, he has acute exacerbations after sex.
Yeah,
Which,
that.
Really?
That happens.
And even after masturbation, huh?
Yeah.
You know how you
Yeah.
feel guilty and ashamed, Adam?
Well, I just swear never again. and then you see the clock tick forward 1 minute, and I'm back in the beat-off position.
With your what was your beat off bag? Your collection bag?
Yeah, it's the one they strap onto me when I go into Victoria's Secret.
Your seed bag.
It's my seed bag. Drew, so clever. So clever.
That's right.
All right, so look, this is about depression. It's not really about sex.
Yeah, I mean, you've got to get that treated, Scott. It sounds like it's just profound, and you got to remember, you've already had suicidal thoughts. Depression kills somewhere in 20% of people who get this thing, and you certainly are somebody who is at very, very high risk. If you don't take treatment, get treatment, this is going to be, I mean, it's going to impair your functioning. It's going to be an unsafe life for you. I don't know what else we can say to him except stay with treatment, right?
Yeah, and good times.
And good times, right. So this is, wait a minute, this is Lucy, 22.
Hello?
Hey.
Hey.
Hey. I have a question for you guys.
Yeah.
I had got genital warts, obviously, from sleeping with somebody. I went to the gynecologist and got checked out and basically got diagnosed, or whatever you guys call it. And I've been with this girl for about 5 months.
You're a lesbian.
Drew, please.
Yeah, okay. So it's the first girl I've ever dated, actually. And
You're a lesbian.
Drew.
Yeah. So anyways, I went to my gynecologist because I wanted to find out if she could go down on me.
You're lesbian. And?
Get it.
And?
And I asked her what the chances are of my girlfriend getting the genital warts from going down on me. And my gynecologist said that it was like very slim to none.
Yeah.
But when she told me this, it was kind of like I was inconveniencing her by just going in and asking this question. You know, I'm going in and she's just like, oh yeah, no, nothing had happened.
Well, let's put it this way. Let's just do the math for a second.
Okay.
Okay, somewhere around 30% of people your age have genital warts.
Uh-huh.
Okay. How many people do you see with, and how many people of those do you think have oral sex?
Everybody?
Yeah, 100%. So
Yeah.
if even 10% of those cause a transmission of genital warts to the mouth, you'd see hundreds of people with warts hanging out of their mouth all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Have you ever seen anybody?
No.
Okay.
I mean,
There you go.
I'm not.
Well, there you go.
Okay, and neither have I, and I'm a doctor. You know what I'm saying?
There's the chow down math.
It's like unheard of.
Okay, so it is not. It's very rare for that to happen.
Yes.
Why is that? What is so different about those two parts of the
I don't
body
know.
that the wart cannot exist or
I don't know,
find
because
purchase?
herpes finds its way, but the wart doesn't.
So what about us grinding up against each other with nothing on at all? I mean, really, I don't.
Slow down.
Yeah, that.
What are you wearing?
So I mean, that can't contract anything.
No, that'll do it, unless you're wearing some clothing in between you.
That will contract it.
Sure.
You do that vagina on vagina grind?
Yeah.
Really?
that-
Just I thought they only did that in the movies. Every time I see girls doing that.
Adam, listen.
Okay, go ahead. Oh, hello.
What do you got, geese?
You got Canadian
Right.
geese?
I'm sorry. Oh yeah, can you guys hear that? I'm outside. I'm trying to be away from everybody so I can speak without them.
So if I walked outside, you would not hear Canadian geese.
No.
No.
You just hear Mexicans.
So grinding is possible to contract it. Even
I would
though
think
don't-
it is highly contagious, genital to genital.
'Cause
So
I
the grinding,
haven't-
I would think would transmit it.
Okay, because I haven't had a breakout in like.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah. Okay, that's what she told me. I mean, it's contractable, obviously, regardless whether you're broken out or not.
It's more contagious when you have the warts,
Yeah, but you
but
can
always
still, I mean,
but always contagious nonetheless. And probably this is the kind of wart virus that will go away in 3 to 5 years. So.
but not fully, right?
Yeah, many of them go away. The ones that
Really?
stick around are the ones that cause the cervical cancer.
Lucy,
Oh,
are you bi or are you a full blown dyke?
No, I'm bisexual. I mean, I would like to say I am because I don't know. I guess I'm greedy. I guess you could call it. So.
Well, you've been with only males until now, right?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
But this is going good with the lady, huh?
Yeah, it's going fabulous.
What do you like about it?
I don't know. It's more intimate. It's just way, I don't know, just on the not intellectual, but on a mind level, I guess you could say. I've never had an experience like that from a guy. ever.
Well, educate us. What would a guy need to do to sort of move it into that
I don't know,
realm?
like, guys are very, like, blunt with, like, feelings and, like, understanding how you feel, like, emotionally about, like, certain things.
Hang on, you're blunt with it? What does that mean?
No, guys. Like, you know, like, guys, I don't know, it just seems like they don't understand. Like, I mean, I'm saying for the guys at least I've dated.
No, we don't. Well, no.
Sure, I don't know what this broad is yakking about. Can't you guys rub poozes?
God,
I'm bored, Drew. I don't know what she's talking
But
about.
tell us, how could a guy get into that realm? What would he have to do?
I don't know. See, this is the thing, though.
Well, he'd have to go gay, ironically.
Yeah, interesting.
I've dated a guy who's very, like, feminine and da-da-da, and then I'm like, oh, it's over. It's almost like he's a, like a wuss. I'm like, oh, this is gross. So
So guys can't win. Guys can't win if they
pretty much, yeah.
If you take it that intimate place that you guys want, then you're disgusted.
Yeah, you just become soft and apathetic. But I'm interested in the geese in the background.
You live on a lake?
Where's she calling from, Drew?
Sacramento.
I'm right next to, like, kind of a pond type river thing going on here.
Yeah, but it sounds like about 900 geese.
No, there's only two or three. Okay, there's a flock. They're chirping.
Hey, don't they go to bed, those geese?
No.
What are they doing? Don't they know it's a school night?
They crap all over people's lawns too. People complain like crazy about them.
Oh goodness.
Hey, hang up on Lucy.
I can't. I'm intrigued by this. I mean, how do you go to
What?
sleep at night with that going on all the time?
Oh, it's just because I'm out by the side. You can't hear that in the house.
Geese are mean, too. Birds are mean.
Yeah.
I keep telling people how bad birds are, but they won't listen. You get that macaw, it sits on its perch, it craps everywhere. They chew everything. They grind everything. They're always trying to sharpen their beak.
Yeah.
How dull does one's beak get if it's not grinding away on a table leg?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Really? Does that sharpen it?
Well,
Like, Drew, if I just picked up a stick and just chewed on it all day long, would my teeth become razor sharp?
I don't think so.
Then just stay in your goddamn cage. Stop sharpening your teeth and crapping everywhere. And then you go to pick them up, they bite at you.
Oh yeah.
Here's a geese, they charge you.
Yeah.
They're really a pain in the ass.
Here's Gary.
Crows making all that noise. I
22.
don't like birds.
Gary.
Yo, what's going on, guys?
Hey, what's up?
Well, hey, all right, a little background info. My girlfriend and I were having sex, right? And the contraception that we were using we were timing her ovulation period, and we thought it was on the 15th, but it was actually on the 12th. Well, a month passed, period didn't come, so we did the pregnancy test and took it twice. She's positive. And my question
Wait. Why were you using that
ribbon method?
Yeah.
well, all her friends said it was like really safe.
It just what is no, it does not work.
Yeah, well, I figured that out the hard way,
Yeah.
sadly. But well, I actually have two questions. Right, abortion. If we do abort the child, my first question is, will it affect her fertility in the future? 'Cause I've read a whole bunch of online stuff. Sorry, and it just blew my mind.
Well, of course, it's an operation, and anytime it's an operation, there's the possibility for problems like bleeding and fertility problems, but that's rare.
Very rare.
It's rare.
Okay, and my second question is, she was scared to take like birth control because we read that it was like higher risk of breast cancer in females like under 22.
Did you not read also lower risk of ovarian cancer, lower risk of uterine cancer, lower risk of PID, lower risk of fertility problems, lower risk of osteoporosis? I mean, the list is a mile long on the health benefits. And the breast cancer issue is something that is not been worked out. It's not at all been shown to be definite there's an association there.
What is the best type of birth control that she can use?
Hey, Gary, Adam, do you get the sense it's a little too involved here?
Sorry, I'm concerned about her.
No, I know you are, but this should be her sitting down with her doctor and talking about this. I mean, it's great that
she should get on the pill like several hundred million other women are for the last 30 years.
Yeah, right, exactly. It's great that you're concerned and you're involved, but you sound like you're taking over, you're intruding into this process. This is her health care. She needs to talk with her doctor about it and come up with a plan. You can be there and be supportive of it, but this isn't your health care. This is hers.
Got it.
All right, so go get her an appointment. If you're going to control that part, get her into the clinic and get her talking to somebody, but don't make the choices for her, okay?
Got it. Thanks, guys.
All right,
All right.
Bye-bye.
I picture Gary like standing there during the pap smear. He's got a miner's helmet on. He's got the flashlight on. He's looking with her. He's talking to the doc.
But I imagine him talking about her as though she was some sort of specimen out there. Like, what do you see there, doc? Okay, well, why don't we try this? Why don't we try that? It's like, no, come on.
Well, I didn't get it. Was she pregnant or not?
Yeah, she's pregnant.
So why does she need to get on birth control?
Because they're going to get an abortion, then they want to not get pregnant again.
All right, well, that's good times there.
That's right.
Well, get on the pill.
Get on the
Jesus
pill.
Christ.
And remember, one thing I don't like about abortion that's not talked about enough is how much it affects women emotionally.
What about the child, Drew?
That's a whole other issue we rarely discuss here. But the fact that women go from pregnant to non-pregnant has a tremendous effect on their mood. They all talk about a sense of loss and regret in this, but I think there's a biological component to this too that no one really delves into. And it's really
of
intense.
course. Listen, there's a full moon and half the broads I know go batty. You kidding me?
Dan is 25. Dan?
Hey.
What's up?
Love the show, guys.
Thanks.
I just wanted to mention that you might be a little off base on your positions on the war.
Mm-hmm. What do you think, Dan?
Educate us.
Well, it seems to me that there's a little bit of doublespeak going around, that this war is in the interests of national defense. If we declare war, isn't that aggression? Aren't we the offender?
We've got a guy claiming, if we're getting accurate information, someone is threatening us with nuclear and biological weapons. Somebody you'll remember somebody flew a plane and killed a few thousand of your countrymen here.
Yeah, well...
We didn't ask for any of that.
Sure, but the evidence linking them to Iraq is thin at best. In fact, the president himself won't really go on record saying that there's a plausible link between those two, between Iraq and that event.
Well, Bin Laden just released another cassette talking about Iraq and making an association between him and Iraq, and calling all Iraqis to arms. But
he said what he said was that he hoped that Iraqis would plan suicide attacks on Americans, but he actually condemned Hussein because he felt he was a secular leader and should suffer for that. Moreover, I think, in my opinion, and all I know is what I read, but it seems to me that a war with Iraq would serve Osama bin Laden really well.
Probably, but look, here's the point. There's a long list of tyrannical leaders who historically should have been taken out way earlier than they were, and they get a head of steam going, and they just become like some cancer that could have been caught earlier and cut out, and we should have done that 10 years ago. But now we're going back. We're gonna give him a shot of radiation, a little chemo, and get to this thing. Right or wrong, he's for the sake of his countrymen, I think we need to get this guy out of there. Here's basically what I'm saying. After 9/11, to me, it was just game on.
Yeah.
Instead of hanging out and waiting to see what their next move would be, let's just go over there and see if we can nip some of this stuff in the bud.
Well, I think you're going to get what you want.
Read about the Spanish-American War. You'll see that there's an awful lot of similarities between what's happening now and what happened then. I mean, it's almost uncanny.
I will.
How similar these things are. Again, the choices McKinley and Roosevelt made. It's kind of interesting to me.
I will, but I...
Well, wait a minute. Didn't we try to start that war by claiming a ship was like torpedoed or something?
Well, that was
up ourselves?
Yeah, the Maine was sort of the equivalent of the World Trade Center.
Right.
And then people went crazy about that. And that was nothing compared to what we've dealt with this.
Yeah, except for we did that ourselves.
Maybe that's what it turns out.
No, not all right.
Shauna, 19. Shauna.
Great example, you screwball.
No. The whole process that led to war was very similar to what's going on now.
Yeah.
Shauna, 19.
Hello, how are you?
We're good.
Good.
So I know I'm here in Monterey, and I know 3 girls here at my command that have gotten pregnant off of orthotricycline.
On your command?
Yeah, I'm in the service.
Orthotricycline. Did they take it exactly at the same time every day?
Mm-hmm.
Were they on any medication or doing drugs or anything like that?
No, they said they took it exactly how they were supposed to.
No medicine, no other medication?
No medicine, no nothing.
Well, that's the pill, by the way, we're talking about. But the most common pill?
Orthotricycline? It's a common one.
What's the most common?
I imagine, I don't know, probably like ortho 130, 120, 35, something like that.
Just can't agree with me, can you?
I don't know if that would be that common. The tricycle ones are common, though.
Okay. Yeah. Well, here's the deal, Drew. You can stop me if I'm wrong here. If you take the pill and you take it properly, there's a real good chance you're not going to get pregnant. But it doesn't mean it's impossible for you to get pregnant.
No, there's like 5 births per every 100,000 women.
And I bet if you went back, and she's just taking these women at their word,
right.
And they're batty, they're in the army. I mean, give them a break. They barely got a high school.
Did everybody just get a bunch of? How long ago did this happen to them? The pregnancies?
Oh, let's see. Each of their babies are like they're not even a year old yet. I think.
Were you guys getting a bunch of vaccines or anything like that back then?
No, we weren't really.
What do you do? What do you do?
What do I do?
Yeah.
Right now I'm working on learning a language.
Which one?
Persian.
Sweet. And is that you're in linguistics?
Yeah.
Interesting.
And what do these women do?
They're the same thing.
Hmm.
We're all at the same command here.
Oh, man, I would kill myself if I had to sit in a classroom and try to learn Persian. Jesus Christ.
Oh,
No, not
the
right.
I'll be fluent in it in a year.
What's the plan? What do you do with it once you got that?
I will, I don't know, go spy on the Iranians or something.
Somehow Shauna inspires confidence.
Yeah,
I'm going to talk to Dan again now.
But anyway, yeah, because I was wondering, because I'm on orthotricycline too, and I'm obviously having sex as well.
Look, Sean, it's a very effective birth control. Very, very. In fact, it's the most effective thing you can do other than abstinence or some sort of... really, it's very effective, all right?
Okay.
All right, thanks. And Drew.
Yeah.
Wouldn't you bet that if you could interview these 3 women...
Oh, you'd find, absolutely. That's been shown over and over again. When you really go back and have people document what they did, there's all kinds of things they were doing wrong, incorrectly.
Yeah, they missed a day.
Yeah, they missed a day. They forgot they took antibiotics for 3 days in there. And oh yeah, they did a little cocaine here. And it's like, yeah, okay.
Yeah. All right.
Good
so
times.
that's kind of... I mean, there's a greater chance that something like that happened.
Yes.
With these 3.
Absolutely.
All right. So, should we take a little break?
Let's do it.
We'll be right back.
LoveLine.
1-800-LOVE-191.
We'll be right back. LoveLine is brought to you by Trojan, America's most trusted condom for over 80 years.
Hey, everybody. It's LoveLine. I'm Adam. That's Dr. Drew. Phone number 1-800-LOVE-191. I'm over here at Jimmy Kimmel Live, and Dr. Drew is back in the armpit known as Westwood 1.
All right, now, would you like to talk to a 20-year-old who wants a threesome, or a guy who's in the Navy who's pissed off at Dan? That caller that wanted to talk about Iraq.
Well, let's go pissed off at Dan,
All right.
and then let's go threesome.
Excellent. Sean, 19.
Hey, how's it going?
We're good.
Yeah, well, I just wanted to tell this guy who's talking about the war in Iraq, he's probably not in the military, probably doesn't know what the F he's talking about, that everybody in the Navy wants to go to war. I mean, we're all ready to go.
Where are you now?
I'm in San Diego right now. I'm about to go out to the USS Snatch.
And why are you guys in such a hurry?
Hold on, did he say SS Snatch?
I wish.
Now you know why he's in a hurry.
We'll be on that ship, yeah. And wait a minute, what kind of ship is that?
It's a frigate. I work with the weapon system on there, so I actually get to do the shooting and blowing up, and it'll be good times.
Now the frigate is a couple notches below the destroyer, right? Size-wise.
Yeah, 1 notch below the destroyer.
Right. And does that have you guys have any Tomahawks on there?
No, we have standard missiles and harpoon missiles.
Harpoon. Huh. I like
3-inch
harpoon.
gun.
And do you have that phalanx system?
Yeah, yes, it's a Sea-Whiz.
Oh, what they call the Sea-Whiz?
Sea-Whiz, yeah, close-in weapon system.
Yeah. Oh, I love that thing, Drew.
I think it sprays
I see it
4
every day.
billion bullets a minute.
Yeah, it's that Gatling gun that just sprays those spent uranium shells
What is it,
at whatever's
7,500
flying low. What's that?
It's 7,500 rounds per minute.
Yeah.
Jesus.
It's mainly for taking out missiles, right? Like low-flying missiles?
Missiles that are flying at the ship, if my gun misses it, and then, which never happens because I'm shooting it, and if my gun misses it, then the Sea-Whiz takes it out, and it'll follow a piece of, a piece of cardboard, like a size of a dime. It'll follow that, so it's really accurate.
Sean,
does it, hold on a second, does it lock on? I mean, it's not being aimed and shot. It locks on to something, right?
Yeah. Yeah, you put it in, standby or something, or I don't know. That's not my system.
Sean,
Right.
what's the hurry, though? Why the hurry?
We want to get it over with. The more time he has, the more time he can stockpile more weapons. I mean, why would we want to make it harder for us?
Yeah.
How long does it take you to steam out there?
I have no clue. The ship I'm going to is already there. So,
Were you flying out there?
Yeah, they'll fly me probably to Bahrain, and then I'll fly to the ship by helicopter.
Wow.
Ooh, nice. And then
What do you guys think about the biological problems?
Like, oh yeah, well the ships are out in the middle of the ocean, and we have all kinds of we have drills that we run every day for NBC, nuclear, biological, chemical attacks.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we're prepared.
Huh.
Put your suits on. Put your hazmat suits on, and you're. Yeah. All right. Hey, good times there, Sean.
All right. Good luck, Sean.
Yeah, give him hell.
Yeah, we will.
And listen, that whole part where they got on us last war, we're writing stuff on the missiles.
Oh yeah.
And the bombs.
Yeah.
Get that big piece of chalk and write Saddam suppository on the side of the 2,000-pound bomb.
Right.
I like that stuff.
Just it's a human touch, right?
Well, it keeps morale high.
I see.
Yeah, I got no problem with that. You're dropping a 2,000-pound incendiary bomb on somebody. I think the chalk markings on the side of it, I think that's the least of their worries.
It's cute.
You don't think they're going to be offended by that, do you?
Amy 20.
Hi.
Hey.
Well, I have a question for you guys. I'm bisexual, and I've been dating my boyfriend for about 2 years. And I've kind of been dating, well, not dating, but seeing this girl on and off, and he's known about her. And I just kind of have been talking to him about a threesome. And just recently, we talked about it, and I, mentioned it would be really cool if I just showed up, kind of surprised him with the girl, and have the threesome. And he said he didn't really like that, and he would like to know ahead of time. But I would really like to do it in a surprise way. I just don't know which way is the best way to go for that.
Well, he just wants to wash his junk. I mean, he doesn't want to have a
engraved invitation.
Yeah. I mean, he just wants a little heads up so he can take one of those deep loofah showers guys take before they're going to get it on.
Amy, do you think maybe he's a little uncomfortable sharing you with somebody? Maybe he really cares about this relationship.
I don't really know. Like, he's always said that he would be comfortable watching me with another girl. I don't really know. I think maybe it's the self-consciousness with his body. I don't really know. That's why I'm kind of stumped on the whole thing.
Something wrong with his body?
No, I've never seen his ass in the whole 2 years that I've been with him. I shouldn't have said that, right? But I've never seen that in 2 years. And
how does he keep that covered?
I don't know. It's impossible to me to ever see his ass. Every time we've finished having sex, it's like some amazing speed racer, and he can put his pants on within 2 seconds. I've never seen it though.
Does he have a hairy ass or a dimpled ass?
No, I touched it. It's smooth.
That's weird.
Yeah.
Have you told him that you'd like to see it? Maybe he's worried whatever is there that he doesn't like, the other girl's not going to like either.
I don't know. I want to have the threesome, and I know he's interested, but I just don't.
Does he get to have sex with the girl?
If he wanted to.
Well, what are the rules? What would
how are you going to feel when he starts having sex with someone else?
Well, the girl that it is, I really wouldn't mind. Like, if it was some stranger I've never really met, I mean, I would be totally against that. But this is a girl I feel really comfortable
Again,
with.
difference between men and women.
Yeah, well, I don't understand. Like, in a way, wouldn't knowing the girl make it worse?
Yeah. She's going to be around. It's going to...
It's not going to be like a 12,000 time thing. It's just a one-time thing.
Yeah, but what if he really likes it and wants to do it more?
Then that's not cool.
Well, that's what happens in these situations.
Yeah, and he's going to end up having sex with her, and you're going to be just standing there holding a towel and a beer. And one of those breathe right strips.
Why doesn't that figure into your thinking about how this is going to happen?
I don't think that he's like that.
But like what? You're bringing another girl in for him to have sex with.
It's not going to be like I'm just going to stand there and watch. It's not necessarily he's going to be out there, pounding at her. I mean, she's going to be there. I'm going to be doing my thing with her, and he'll.
Well, look. Here's the thing. You're bisexual. You're 20. You have a girl outside of the relationship you're in. This relationship's not that serious or important to you.
It's been 2 years, though.
And just have at it. Bring the threesome in. It'll disrupt things. Everyone will get their rocks off, and you can go your separate ways.
All right.
I mean, really, we haven't talked about this for a while, Drew, but that whole declaration of being bisexual?
Yeah.
Isn't that sort of like a declaration of, getting in a relationship and just basically saying, I'm going to need to see other people?
Yeah, it's bye-bye. Yeah.
Right. So, I don't understand how people do that with a straight face.
Yeah, I know.
Like, hey, I'm in this serious committed relationship. It's been going on for a number of years, but I'm bi. So therefore,
Yeah.
if you check the bylaws of the bi book,
Yeah, I'm allowed.
You'll know that because I made the declaration of being bi, that I'm allowed to screw around with somebody else.
That nutty.
Yeah, hey, it's a great it's a great way to go. It's sort of like it's basically the sex equivalent to needing medical marijuana.
Yeah. It's any one of these little technicality things.
Yeah, everyone else is sneaking around,
Yeah.
going to the park, trying to score, and you're just sitting there in front of the cops smoking a J.
Right.
You got a note from the doctor. Drew, when am I going to get my note, by the way?
This is Jason. He's 20.
Hey, what's going on?
Hey.
Yeah, I got a question for you. I was wondering if a girl is molested or, I guess, raped when she's really young, does that affect what happens to her sexually when she gets older?
Yep.
No bearing.
Yeah.
No bearing
nothing
whatsoever.
And that's what we talk about all night on the show. It's either they shut down completely, or they become very sexually active and compulsive and have no boundaries, or they go back and forth between the two modes.
Because I've been with this girl for probably about 6 months, and about 3 months into us being together, I found out like a lot of stuff about her, really not too comfortable with, but basically I know all that stuff is over, but I just really don't know how to deal with it all too well.
Has she gotten any therapy for it?
Well, they tried, but she just wouldn't listen, and apparently it doesn't affect her at all. She didn't really think she did anything wrong at the time, and now...
Look, she's detached from her feelings, but of course it has a profound effect on her. Profound. And you said she was into drugs too here?
Yeah, but that was when it was that time, and she's off from now.
All right, well, that's going to keep going too. Whatever went on there. I mean, drug addiction doesn't just go away.
Oh, yeah.
So you got.
She was addicted to drugs.
What's that?
I don't think she was addicted to drugs.
What was she doing?
She just used them, like, every once in a while.
But anyway, you slice it, Jason has his work cut out for him here.
Yeah. He does not sound like the guy that's up for that job.
Why are you guys so cool? He's 20, she's 16. What's up?
Oh, I didn't know she was 16.
I didn't get that either. No, I didn't hear that.
And he's all concerned about her doing all this stuff, and he's 20.
Yeah, he's a 20-year-old going with a 16-year-old. That's all.
When did he say she was 16?
I didn't hear that. It's on the board here, but I don't think she said it.
No. Come on, Anderson. Drew, why aren't you reading that board?
Yeah. All right. Keep going, yes? You want to say more to Jason?
Well,
the relationship's a mess.
He's a criminal.
Yeah, he's a criminal. And he's, at the same time, judging her behavior, and she had reason for behaving the way she did. I mean, certainly it's typical if somebody's been abused, and there may be an addiction here, and then he's... she needs help.
Here's the deal. Do not get her pregnant.
Oh, my God.
Do not. I wonder, get Jason back on the horn. Let me talk to this lad.
Jason?
Yeah.
What are you using for birth control?
I guess that we use pills.
You guess?
Well, I don't guess. I was just kind of caught me at a stutter moment.
Is she on the pill?
Yeah.
She is?
Yes.
Okay. Didn't sound real clear on that. Now, don't get her pregnant, right?
You're lying. What makes you lie?
Hey, you know what? He's not a criminal. In Oklahoma, the age is 16. Age of
All
consent.
Right. Well, good times.
Oh, that's really well, good times.
That's why it's okay over there.
Connection was impossible.
Is that the Oklahoma? Is that their state motto? We're okay.
Yeah.
We gotta go back. We gotta go back and clean up some of those state mottos.
Yeah.
We're okay.
The Me Too state.
Which one's that?
Isn't that Missouri? Something
I
like
thought that was
Show Me
the
State.
Show Me State.
I beg your pardon. Me Too.
Me
Hell's the matter
Too?
with me? I don't know.
What are you, high?
Listen, I've been traumatized with this jury duty thing. Really. Exhausted and traumatized.
And what's the, I like the one that says, give me liberty or give me death. Oh, no, let me live free or let me die.
Live free or die in New Hampshire.
Yeah, is that New Hampshire?
Yeah.
Jesus Christ, like I wouldn't mind living in New Hampshire, but I'm not sure if I would sign that document, Like, I'd say like I'd agree to like live free or get swatted or something, but it's the die part I think I have difficulty with.
You've never lived in New Hampshire. It might not be so much of a stretch for you then. Hey, let's take a break.
All right, Drew.
All right.
All right, we'll be right back.
You know what I'm saying out there?
Adam and Dr. Drew will be right back on LoveLine.
Hey, y'all. LoveLine. I'm Adam. That's Dr. Drew. Phone number. Oh, forget about that phone number, Drew. We don't need these thinking calls, do we?
No.
They're a pain in my side.
Let's take a couple, though, shall we?
Hold on a second.
Yeah.
Heidi Fleiss coming in tomorrow night.
Yeah.
As you may remember, last time Heidi was on, the LAPD requested the tapes of the show, which producer Ann dutifully gave them the same day. Instead of just telling them we didn't have a tape or we don't back up the show. Nope, they got it. Then we got that big long letter from Detective, what's his nanny? And,
Sammy Lee.
Yeah, needed a nice big fat retraction on the air.
Yeah.
Remember that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wish we'd kept that retraction.
Yeah, we should keep all the things that we do.
Before my time, I would have had it.
Yeah, it was great because here's the problem with retractions. Retractions, you end up repeating the exact same insults.
Yes.
And then you say did not before it or after it, and it sounds ridiculous. So you go, the detective did not push his penis between his legs, put eyeshadow on, weep openly, and dance in front of a mirror, yelling, "Mommy, mommy, mommy, kizzy, mommy, kizzy." He did not do this.
Mom, I'm so mad at you!
I did not do that. Yeah. All right, where are we, Drew?
Here we go. We are talking to Andy, who is 24. Andy.
Yeah, my question is, how long does it take for genital warts to appear?
Sometimes years, sometimes weeks.
Well, my girlfriend came up with genital warts.
And sometimes you never get the warts.
But what is most common, Drew?
Most common would be a few months, and then there's some small things that really women go unnoticed.
One of you say couple of months for your average. If you had
I'd say actually the average for women is they never get visible warts. That'd be the average, and men they usually get small warts that kind of go unnoticed.
Now see, she came up with the warts, and then she told me about them, and I cut the relationship obviously because either one she's cheated on me or whatever.
What?
Well,
all it means is she's had sex before. That's all that means.
Well,
Andy.
I mean, I've been with her for 3 years.
And did she have sex before she was with you?
Well, yeah.
Oh, well,
I mean,
that's where she got it.
You don't think she got it?
Really?
You
3 years though, Drew?
Absolutely.
Really?
As I said, months or weeks or years.
So how long is it going to take if I have it?
You do have it.
I go to a doctor and
you can't. You have it. You can pretty much be guaranteed if you were having sex without a condom. But you probably already had it anyway. Listen, are you in college right now?
Yeah.
50% of your buddies have it.
No, Drew, you say that every time, and it never works that way.
She's the second woman I've ever had unprotected sex with.
I understand, but that's just right with the odds, right? 1 and 2 have it, so there you go.
No.
Oh,
Adam,
Listen,
yes, that
Drew,
data.
you say this every time.
You know what?
You say this every
No,
time.
Adam, no. That data.
All it makes me think is that you have warts.
That data is so clear now. It's exceedingly common, particularly on college campuses.
Not as high as what you say.
Yes, and we know it.
Half the people on college campuses.
Yes.
Genital warts.
Yes.
No.
Yeah, the Pap smears. What are those women coming up with the abnormal Pap smears? What is that?
That's the stress, Drew.
Yeah, right.
And it's all the
that's all the wart
hormones
virus.
and the beef
pretty much
that they're
all of it.
eating. Okay.
It's very, very common. Exceedingly common.
What should Andy do?
Okay, then
Relax.
my other question is what can I do as in
You can wear a condom.
prevention?
Wear a condom. That's it. And it will never mean anything to you. You just can transmit it to other people.
But wouldn't he start
before
showing some signs at some point? Couldn't he go and get the acetic acid dumped on his wiener?
You could if he needs to prove it to himself that he's got the pre-wart changes there. But if she has it, he's pretty much got it. He'd assume he's contagious with it for a few years and just wear condoms carefully, which you should be doing anyway.
So are they permanent? Or
No, usually most of them, the particular ones that aren't associated with the bigger warts, in my experience, at least those are the ones, go away in 2 to 5 years. So,
ultimately, or
yes, 2 to 5 years goes away. The ones that stick around and are sort of chronic are the ones that tend to be at higher risk for causing cervical cancer.
Right, but couldn't he go get the acid test just to check himself out?
He could if he wants to prove it to himself, but even if there's nothing there, he knows he's had sexual contact with someone with the virus. He's almost undoubtedly contagious with it.
Right.
And just, wear a condom, that's all.
I don't believe you, but go ahead.
There you go. It's so common. It's bizarre that people freak out about that. Here's Matt, 25.
With warts.
Hey.
Hey.
Dr. Drew, love you to death.
Thanks, Matt.
Adam, worship you, man.
Worship him.
Thanks,
yes,
buddy.
I worship you. I love you to death. Hey, when you gonna kick Artie off the air and take over him?
When what?
When you gonna take over Artie's place on Howard Stern?
Well, first off, I'm going to have to figure out a way to do a job that is 10 to midnight and then another job that is 3 a.m. to 8 a.m.
Oh, it's 5 hours?
Well, I mean, Stern goes on the air at 6 a.m.
Oh, my God.
And he goes off at 10:45, 11 o'clock.
No.
Yeah, when you were
Sometimes
taking Artie's
10:30.
place, I was listening to you in the morning, then I listened to you at night on LoveLine.
Yeah.
Wow, he does
You were half
5
I think you were half drunk when you came in. You were talking about drinking all night.
Probably a little more than half. If it was if it was the other night when I was I did Stern and then I went over to Jimmy's show and drank on the show the entire
you were
show.
loaded.
That was night. Yeah, that was great.
Good times.
I think that was your best appearance on LoveLine, though.
All right, you heard him, Drew. I got to start boosting it up.
There you go. Good times.
I know what the ladies like. They like giving me oral. All
The
right,
better
so
booze
then-
you are, the better you are.
That's my boy.
Yeah.
Is that it, Matt?
You have a question?
Well, no, that's about it.
All
All right,
fair
thanks,
enough.
buddy.
Good times. This is
I
now
want to spread a little love. Nothing wrong with that.
Minerva, 18. Minerva.
Yeah, hi guys.
What's up?
Hey,
How are you?
good.
My question is I'm pregnant and I'm 18.
Oh, that's nice. All right.
Sure she's going to land on her feet.
This is Thomas, 19.
How's it going?
Good.
Yeah, this happened a couple times. When me and my girlfriend are doing it, she'll be on top, and she'll start. I think she's leaking urine. I don't know. Actually, I do know it was urine.
All right. That happens.
That happens.
Yeah.
It just dribbles?
Yeah.
All right. Good times.
Bad gasket. So, well, that's
It's
no big
not-
deal,
it's not
though, is
me,
it, Drew?
right? I can't leak urine like.
No, you don't pee. You don't pee. No.
Yeah.
And she can also have ejaculate. She can have fluid that's not urine coming out of there, and that's that's good times too. Allison is 24.
Hi.
Hey.
Hey.
First of all, I just want to tell Adam that I love the Man Show. I watch it all the time.
Okay. Mental note. Allison unstable. Yeah. Go ahead.
I'm seeing this guy, and I've been seeing him for a few months, and he has some anxiety issues. He takes Zoloft anyways, and like whenever we go to get intimate, he gets really anxious, and we can't really be intimate because of it.
He can't get an erection.
Right.
That's the Zoloft more than anything. So he needs to talk to his doctor about switching to either Wellbutrin or Cerazone or Remeron.
Why wouldn't they just do that in the first place? It's more expensive.
It might be a formulary issue, or they might be worried about certain side effects, or the severity of the depression may be such that or the quality that they need something to help with sleep at night, and that Zoloft is good for that. A lot of doctors don't really think about this sexual side effect, and it really is so important. It is profound, and it ruins relationships. It can really mess people's
my
lives
God.
up.
I'll tell you, if I couldn't beat off, I'd be horrible in a relationship.
Oh my God.
What can I do to help him not be so anxious?
Just be calm and kind and attentive, but that's not your issue here, Allison. There's no way he's going to function on that Zoloft. It's going to make it very difficult for him.
Well, he's had sex with other people while taking it.
Yeah, they probably look better naked.
Is he on more of it now, higher dose?
No, he's been taking it for like 2.5 years.
Well, I bet if you went and had it adjusted, it would have a mental effect, a placebo effect, if you will, on him, and put him over the top.
And if this is a new thing, is to sort of give it time, ease into it. He'll sort of get over that newness, anxiety thing.
Right.
And maybe he wants her to sort of take over and drive the ship a little bit.
Good times. Hey, Drew, wrap up close for me, would you, buddy?
Why don't you just put your head down and go to sleep right there?
Yeah, I know. I have to be here tomorrow morning anyway.
All
right, buddy.
All right. Well, Heidi flies tomorrow, right?
Looking forward to that.
And what are you doing tomorrow?
I got to shoot something for Jimmy's show in the morning, and then I'm doing Jimmy's show, and then I'll be here.
The good times.
I'll kill myself after that.
And we'll be right back.
Here it is. Bottom line, it sucks being single today. Tons of lame people and no decent prospects. Call the Dateline. Call the Dateline. Call the Dateline.
1-877-889-DATE. LoveLine will be right back, so get your problems ready.
You're right, Anderson. I got to see that Gangs of New York. I've got to see that. And I don't think I've seen any of the Academy Award nominees this year yet.
You've seen 2 Weeks Notice.
I've seen 2 Weeks Notice, and I've seen all of the animated films that were nominated this year. All right, so again, mercifully, another show is in the can. This is Dr. Drew then for Adam Carolla. Tomorrow night we have Heidi Fleiss. So until then, we see you, and I'll say mahalo.
My genitalia, you know.
This has been LoveLine. The opinions expressed on this show are not necessarily those of the staff, management, sponsors, or this station. The producer for LoveLine is Ann Wilkins Ingle. LoveLine is a presentation of Westwood One Entertainment.